everyone, and welcome back to another Inspirational Wednesday video. Today's inspiration is my own. Well, not really my own. I came across this image that was stamped out onto some paper that I had gotten in a pocket swap over the summer. And I'd come across it and I thought that this would be really fun to do for one of my friends, to send her little pampering type things. And it got me thinking, and I also happened to come across this envelope, so that really got the ball rolling. So today's inspiration is a gift card holder with a spa theme. So this is the image that I was talking about. The stamp set that we'll be using is from a pampering type stamp set from the Greeting Farm. I'd gotten it on a different website, but I do believe that you can go over to the Greeting Farm website and find it under their sell items. I can't guarantee that it'll still be there by the time this video gets up or the time you watch this, but I do remember seeing it over there. So if you want the stamp set, hop on over. This is not the stamp set that goes with the image that you get with the Greeting Farm. Does not fit on here. I tried. But I really like this one. I thought it was really cute. So we're going to color that up today, and we're going to put everything together. So let's get started. So here's the image that I was telling you about. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, and we're just going to color it up with Copic markers. Like I said, I received this from one of the many ladies that I had done a pocket swap with. Pocket letter swap with, excuse me. So I can't tell you exactly where it came from. I just thought it was really cute and thought it would make a fun little addition on top of the card, or on top of the envelope. So we're going to go ahead and color it, and we're going to start kind of at the bottom and work our way up. So because this is going to be for my friend, I'm going to change the colors up a little bit, but I'm using the same colors that I used in this one. So these are all Copic markers, I know you probably can't tell, there you go. I did use some glossy accents with a little bit of Wink of Stella for the bubbles. So and as well as the eyes. So we're going to go ahead and color everything up. We're going to start with the candles. For the base of the candles, we're going to make those purple, or a shade of purple, and we're going to be using V22 Ash Lavender and and V17 Amethyst. So we're going to use the darker at the bottom, and then we're just going to go up from there. And I think I might actually throw in one more shade here. I'm kind of going for a not a washed out effect. What is it? It's oh, what is it? I am drawing a blank. Alright. Sorry, I also had to get my other color. Then we're gonna use, and this is V20 Wisteria. Now we're gonna go over purple here because there's just too much of a line. Kind of bleed it out a little bit. Well, we can fix that. I'm not liking that. It doesn't look as good as I did it in the blue, but I think that's because I have just a little darker of a purple on the bottom. But that's okay. We'll see how it looks when it's all dried out. Now for the flame, I'm using FYR1 Fluorescent Orange and FY1 fluorescent yellow orange to give it that nice kind of a glowy look. So I'm going to start with the orange. And I'm really just coloring right on the wick. Let me see. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see. There you go. I'm coloring just right on the wick for the orange. And then I'm going to go over that lightly with the yellow to kind of blend it out just like that. And then for the tub, I keep it pretty light. I'm going to take the C2, C3, and C0. Sorry, there you go. And color it in with that, and I'm going to keep it pretty light around the candle since that's where they will be glowing. So I'm going to take C3 and do the edges, and I'm going to go a little heavier on one side than the other just to give it a little more rounder shape. Keep opening the wrong end. Hope you guys can see that okay. Let me move it back into frame a little bit. There we go. And it's been a while since I've actually colored with my Copics, so I am still trying to get back into the hang of how this all worked, blending and stuff. And then we're going to go over it with the C0 to really blend out that edge a bit. Do a nice line right there at the top. I want the tub to be kind of a gray, so we're gonna just kind of scribble the lighter gray in there, and then we're gonna go over it with the colorless blender to just kind of soften it a bit. There you go. Oops, I think I need to not use the chisel then. There we go. Okay. And now for the bubbles. Let me zoom out just a little so you can see. There we go. I'm going to use the palest color I have in the blue family, which is Pale Celestine. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Oops. And just do, I'll just dot it in, just to give it a little bit of a translucent look, but with a little bit of color. And then we're going to go over that with the Wink of Stella and the glossy accents. And the same here, just and the bubbles don't have to be perfect by any means. I did forget part of the tub, so we're gonna color that part in. There we go. Okay, now for her skin, we're going to be using E30 and E31. So I'm going over her skin first with the E30. Trying not to go over her eyes. Okay, and then we go under her little bath cap to create the shadow with the E31. And then we're just going to kind of blend out the edge there. Add a little bit more around the sides of her face. Okay, for her hair, we're going to be using E31 and E34. So we're going to start with E34, and again, that's right around the edges, up at by the cap. And since it's such a small image, I felt that 2 colors would be enough for her hair. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Okay, I think she looks really cute. And now for her cap, we're going to be using 2 different shades of blue. We're going to be using B2 and B000. Focus. There we go. And we're going to start with the oops, sorry, not the B000, the B00. We're going to start with the B00. And we're going to do the light on her cap, and then the darker on the real ruffly part there, as well as in the flowers. And we're going to create just a little bit of shadow right in each of the little divots. I'm going to blend that out a bit. Okay. And then we're just going to kind of dot in the blue for the flowers. Nothing else to do with the flowers, just this one color. And I am leaving the white spots that you might see on there just to give it a little extra definition. And now we're gonna color this in. And now for the little duck, we're going to take the same two colors that we used, or no, excuse me. We're going to take the orange that we used in the candle for the beak. And then we're going to take Y19 for the rest of the little ducky. Before we get to the inside, I'm going to go ahead and do the corners with my corner tumper here, and I'm using the 1/2 inch round side. Oops, that didn't go. See? And we will put the glossy accents and stuff on after we finish the card. So I'm going to zoom out here, and we're going to get working on the inside. So for the inside piece, I just took some scrap paper and made a little pocket to hold the gift card in. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Sorry, I seem to have something tickling my throat. So I just measured, there. I just measured out my 2 pieces of scrap paper. The envelope size is 3 1/8 by 5 1/2. So I just took about 1/4 or so off of the tall piece. I might have done a little more. I didn't exactly measure. I started at 1/4 inch and then went from there, and then cut it down to 3 inches wide. And then I took this piece, cut it to 1 1/2 by 3 inches wide, so it'll fit nicely right there. And we're going to go ahead and stick everything together, because otherwise I'll goof on something. So you want to just go ahead and take your strongest adhesive that you've got and put it right up to the edges, so you know you have plenty of room for your gift card. And I think you could even put a little bit of money in there too, you know, a couple of dollar bills or whatever. It should be just fine. I don't have any on me. Otherwise I'd test, but I think you could put just about anything you want in here as long as it's flat. And you want to put it up to the edges, as close to the edges you can get without going over, just to ensure that your gift card fits. And then put one at the bottom so that way your gift card doesn't end up falling out. And you can decide how tall you want your holder part to be. I think that for a gift card, this, you know, 1/2 inch wide is a pretty good, or 1/2 inch tall, I guess, depends on how you look at it, is a pretty good size. And then you just want to carefully line it up and stick it down. And then it's the only gift card I happen to have, and you can just make sure that it fits perfectly. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take our stamps. Like I said, all of the stamps that you see, all the words and stuff, they're all Greeting Farm, including this one from that same stamp set. So we're going to go ahead and stamp out Relax and Rejoice on the little flap. Now if you're using this gift card for, or this idea for a different type of gift card, you know, iTunes, you could, if you you can certainly put whatever sentiment you want right here. I just thought, you know, for this image, and that would be perfect. And then we're going to also take this little, I'm assuming it's a lotus flower, and we're going to stamp that out. I'm using Tuxedo Memento Black. I want to make sure I don't drop something on my paper. And we're going to do it right here at the top. And excuse me for a minute, I think someone's at my front door. Nope, turned out to be my neighbor's door. Anyway, so now we're going to color this the same shades of blue. And we're going to start at the top and come down with the lighter color. Let's zoom you in. Sorry, it seems really bright to me. There we go. I'm just going to go down about halfway. Maybe not even that. Depends on the size of the petal. I just like the way this two-toned worked out on the other one. I'm hoping that it'll work out the same here. Sorry if you can hear that, my furnace kicking on. It's a little chilly, which is kind of nice because change of pace, but I really would prefer warm weather. Not extreme, just warm. And we're going to go up with the darker blue and we're just going to flick that up. There's not going to be any blending. We're going to leave any white spaces alone. I think it just gives the flower a nice effect. But you can certainly blend them out if you want. Oop, I forgot to do that petal so I can come back to it. I have to make sure that I stay in frame. Okay, so there's our little, just a little too much white right there. There we go. There's our little lotus flower. And then for the inside, we're going to take our the YR19, right? Nope. I'm missing a color. Give me a second. I had a paler yellow. I don't think this one's it. Oh, that's definitely not it. Uh-oh. I seem to be missing a yellow. Oh, okay. I put it back by mistake. So we're going to use Y00 to give just a little bit of color to the insides. I don't think this is the exact color I used, but that's okay. So just a little bit of color there. Okay, so you can take your envelope and you can slide this in if you want now. Let me zoom out. But I do want to stamp on the front of this, so I'm going to take my picture and decide where I want it on my envelope. It did warp a little. I had it sitting on top of my light, which was probably a bad idea. I was just trying to keep it from getting lost. And I'm going to take my thicker, not thicker, I'm going to take my stamp, and this one just says Pamper Yourself, and we're going to ink that up. We're just going to stick with the Tuxedo Memento black ink. And we're going to stamp that towards the bottom. And now we're going to do something silly and check to make sure that everything was on the right side. Yay! I should have done that first. And we're going to take our red line tape and we're going to tape down our image here. I've just got a bit wider roll. Really just trying to get rid of it. I've got quite a bit of it. I don't, like I've said in previous videos, don't really care for this. Just because it can be kind of a pain to get the backing off, and you always need to have scissors on hand, so. But this will hold up nicely to travel it through the mail and stuff. And then we're just going to do one more small little piece right here in the center. This will also help now with the warping that I caused. So I hope your guys' week has gone well so far. I do apologize about yesterday's video. I really just need to plan better. We're going to go ahead and line this up. Get in there as centered as you can and as straight as you can. Okay, I'm going to take the clear Wink Estella, and mine is almost out, but there's just a little bit left. And we're just going to kind of put just a little bit in each of the bubbles, just kind of tap it in. And again, I apologize for all the bright. There we go. That should help. We're also going to put just a little bit on the wicks. And then I did just a tiny little bit on the white part of her eye, just to give it a little something. And now we're going to take our, first we're going to insert our piece, because once that's wet you don't want to touch it, so you just slide it in like so, obviously with your gift card or money or whatever you're putting in here. See, you can see it fits nicely. Slide that in. Now you can put glitter, on this Wink Estella glossy accents, whatever you'd like, but I'm just going to leave it like it as it is. And then I'm just going to push it down so that it fits in there nicely. And then you'll want to seal that up. I obviously don't, because I want my gift card. And then we're just going to put the glossy accents on there. And hopefully this will work, because I ended up cutting a hole in mine trying to unclog it, making the other card. So just tiny little dots of glue, or glossy I should say. Nothing came out there. There we go. And then before I do the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and do the bubbles in her back. This way I don't accidentally stick my arm in. Now if you don't get the glossy accents lined up perfectly, no worries. I do apologize that I can't tell you what stamp this is or who it's from or any of that stuff, but I thought it was just really cute and was a good size and make a cute little gift card holder with these envelopes. So we're going to go ahead and do her eyes as well. One there, one there. I believe I left the ducky alone. Let me check. Nope, I did the ducky's eyes too. Or eye, I should say. But I did leave the candles alone. But you could certainly... Oh no, I didn't. Doing a project, can't even remember what I did. I did do just the wicks. I did the wicks, but not the candle base. That's what I should have said. So you just want to fill that in. And there you have it. A cute little gift card holder. Pretty simple to do, especially if you find these envelopes. And I had actually found mine at Tuesday morning, so what a fun little way to give out a gift card. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a wonderful Wednesday and happy Back to the Future Day. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.